Farms Arena in Baltimore, Maryland. Hear from the new women's champion Ember Moon later tonight. Number one contenders match for the World Tag Team Championship, the Ascension versus the Hardy Boys. The Women's Tag Team Championship tournament will continue with Nia Jax and Tamina versus Sasha Banks and Bayley to start the show. What's this? This wasn't planned. The new WWE Undisputed Champion Braun Strowman's coming down to the ring. Braun Strowman's booked for a match here tonight.
Making his way to the ring, weighing in at 385 pounds, the WWE Undisputed
Braun Strowman possibly will be coming down to the ring for Braun Strowman won a fatal four-way match last week to become the WWE Undisputed Champion. He defeated Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and Randy Orton. Supposed to get things started with the women's tag team match. Braun Strowman has a microphone. Strowman did defeat Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and Randy Orton. Braun Strowman says nobody can stop him. Strowman making it known to the Raw roster that nobody's going to be able to put an end to his reign as WWE Undisputed Champion. Watch us, we have the New Day coming out. The New Day, Intercontinental and the World Tag Team Champions. Kofi Kingston, the Intercontinental Champion. Big E and Xavier Woods are the World Tag Team Champions. New Day have something to say about Braun Strowman, thinking he calls all the shots here on Raw. The New Day do have 2 of the 4 titles here on the Raw roster. It would be Braun Strowman taking on all 3 members of the New Day for the next 3 weeks. Xavier Woods here tonight, right here in Baltimore, Maryland. Braun Strowman accepts the challenge, but he says the WWE Undisputed Championship will not be up for grabs. So our main event here tonight for Raw will be Braun Strowman going one-on-one with Xavier Woods. So New Day there on the stage. And we'll keep things going with the inaugural Women's Tag Team Championship Tournament quarterfinals match. With Bayley coming down to the ring. Bayley and Sasha Banks going against Tamina and Nia Jax.
Introducing first, from San Jose, California, Bayley.
It's the wacky wave, the inflatable arm flailing Bayley buddies on Raw.
This Baltimore, Maryland crowd is in full support of Bayley. Saw last week, the Riot Squad's Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan were able to defeat Melina and Mickie James to advance to the semifinals next week.
delicious feeling when Bayley comes to town. When Bayley competes, everybody's feeling her blood.
Sasha Banks coming down to the ring.
And her partner from Boston, Massachusetts.
The boss, Sasha Banks. Bayley and Sasha Banks would love to become the inaugural Women's Tag Team Champions. They have their work cut out for them tonight. They have to go through Tamina and Nia Jax to get one step closer to the finals at Backlash.
To WWE, and those three women changed the course of history as we know it today. Now, Sasha Banks has been a trailblazer. She has been at the forefront of that change. In fact, Sasha's career-long motto, be so good, they can't ignore you. You should get one of those friends that say grace on the massage pen.
And their opponents.
It's Tamina and Nia Jax.
And Nia Jax. The Wild Samoans.
Tamina and Nia Jax are calling themselves the Wild Samoans. Perhaps Tamina and Nia Jax will defeat Bayley and Sasha Banks to go next week to the semifinals against Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan.
I'd agree, Michael. Tamina is not somebody you want to mess with.
Not quite the good crowd reception Tamina and Nia Jax were hoping for, but I don't think Tamina and Nia Jax care too much about what the crowd thinks. Perhaps one of these two teams in this match here tonight will be the inaugural Women's Tag Team Champions at Backlash. Get this thing underway, the referees ring the bell.
And here we go. This tag team match is going to be
Bayley and Tamina locking up center of the ring.
Guys, there's nothing like
Bayley
a
with
good
an arm wrench on
old-fashioned
Tamina.
tag team match.
Bayley's in control of Tamina with an arm wrench. See Bayley with some kicks to Tamina. Followed by a nice drop kick from Bayley and Tamina. Bayley's going to Irish whip Tamina in her corner. Short tackles. She's tagging her partner Sasha Banks. A little bit of double team action from Bayley and Sasha Banks. Nice double back body drop by Bayley and Sasha Banks. See Bayley, Sasha Banks still going for double team Russian leg sweep on Tamina. Sasha Banks going for the cover. That'd be another pull away Tamina there. And Nia Jax there to break it up at count 2. Sasha Banks nice roundhouse kick on Tamina. Sasha Banks on rush with Tamina back in the corner. Chop kick to the knee. Tagging in Bayley. More double team action. Sasha Banks Hurricanrana into a powerbomb from Bayley.
In May of 2017,
Bayley, Sasha Banks still going for double team. It's double DDT from Bayley and Sasha Banks. Bayley kicking Tamina right in the back. Bayley's a nice knee drop on Tamina. Bayley's gonna pick up Tamina.
I think only a group as treacherous as the welcoming
Since
committee
Tamina off the
could bring
ropes.
Becky Lynch and Charlotte
Bayley going for
Flair
the clothesline.
together.
Tamina duck with a big boot.
And gave her team an advantage. That was until Carmella's
Tamina gonna send Bayley in the corner.
But the Irish glass kicker
Right hands.
get back into the
Tagging in her
match.
partner Nia
And it was
Jax.
elementary from there for the Irish-born superstar. Naomi
Nia
did
Jax
an
going
excellent
for
job
a
of
diving
making
double,
sure any
diving neck sandal.
committee nonsense also goes the match.
Nia Jax dragging Bayley center of the ring. Nia Jax with a big butt splash from Bayley. Nia Jax shouldn't have it. That'd be enough away Bayley. And Bayley's able to kick out count 2.
Best performance of the 29 women who didn't win that match.
Nia Jax stomp on Bayley.
Oscar was obviously the true winner
Nia
of the
Jax
match.
with some kicks to the head.
Plenty to be proud of. Lasting 18 minutes and
Bayley just
single-handedly
punch.
eliminating
Nia Jax can punch away at Bayley. Nia Jax short attack on the corner. Tag quick tags. That's double team work from Nia Jax and Tamina.
Tied with Michelle McCool.
But here's the thing. McCool's a surprise entrant. 4 women
Tamina had a butterfly lock right on Bailey.
and still fell to the irresistible force. Nia Jax set another record that night as 6
What a Samoan drop from Tamina on Bailey.
together to eliminate the irresistible force.
Tamina just punches a cheap shot right on Sasha Banks.
Bailey, Natalya, Trish
Tamina
Stratus,
is in control of Bailey.
You know, I've known Bailey for a long
For
time.
suplex.
It pains me to say how susceptible she is.
Sasha Banks on the outside getting angry.
For some reason,
She has steps. If she uses steps, she'll get disqualified. Sasha Banks puts the touchdown. Sasha Banks is in the round, but Sasha Banks is too happy about that cheap shot. Tamina with the hip toss on Bailey.
Being betrayed as Byron did has given her a reputation as a pushover.
Tamina with some knees to the face on Bailey. Tamina another running big boot on Bailey.
Nope, not true, Cole. Bailey has been stabbed in the back.
Tamina Irish whips Bailey in the corner.
In history. That is a feather in the cap of her legacy.
Bailey is able to fight out of the corner. Some punches, no. Tamina's able to block. Tamina going for a scoop slam on Bailey.
Bailey finally made it to her first WrestleMania in Orlando.
Bailey needs to make tag to her partner Sasha Banks. Bailey's back in the not good corner. Tamina, she's going for a Samoan drop. Double team Samoan drop. Neckbreaker combination from Tamina and Nia Jax. Nia Jax, it's too often Nia Jax in the middle rope. A big body splash connects on Bailey.
You can't underscore what winning that match against Sasha Banks, Charlotte, and Nia Jax.
Tamina and Nia Jax in control. And Bailey able to throw Nia Jax back in the corner.
It pains me to admit it, but I will admit you're
Going
right.
for, I believe, double knees in the corner. Followed by a clothesline from Nia Jax.
On the grandest stage and deserved to retain her title that night.
Nia Jax Ash whips Bailey back in the corner. A body splash on Bailey from Nia Jax.
She's got to remember to get back in the ring before the referee's 10 count.
With Nia Jax and Tamina have controlled 60% of this match so far. You see Nia Jax going to top rope too much.
This match
Just with confidence. Nia Jax going for a diving double X handle missed by Nia Jax. Bailey with a drop kick. Sasha Banks is in.
one of the greatest matches I ever had the honor of
Bailey's in the middle road.
between Sasha Banks and Bailey. The rare occasion
Sasha Banks trying to punch away Nia Jax. Drop kick does not drop Nia Jax. Sasha Banks trying to drop Nia Jax. Sasha Banks cannot get Nia Jax down. She's down to her knee. Sasha Banks trying to go for a little drop kick. Sasha Banks is in control. Sasha Banks able to suplex Nia Jax. Sasha Banks trying to punch away at Nia Jax. Nia Jax is flourished. Sasha Banks will close in. She tagged back into Tamina. Sasha Banks is on the rope. Sasha Banks going for a Tamina's going for a clothesline. Sasha Banks sends Tamina to the outside. Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks going for Sasha Banks going for suicide dive on Tamina. Both of these teams want to be the women's tag team champions. So that they have to defeat. One team has to defeat the other to go to next week's semifinals to go to Backlash. Sasha Banks on the top rope. Diving across body hits on Tamina. And Sasha Banks on tag back in Bailey. Bailey forearm on Tamina. And Tamina's able to counter. Tamina has a nice super kick on Bailey. Tamina goes for the cover, that might do it. No, Tamina's gonna tag in partner Nia Jax. What a massive leg drop from Nia Jax. If Nia Jax go for the cover, that would do it. That's gonna be it. Nia Jax and Tamina are going to next week's semifinal. No, Bailey's gonna kick out count too. Man, Bailey's already took a Samoan drop earlier from Tamina. Nia Jax gonna go for another Samoan drop. You gotta think Nia Jax is way bigger than Tamina. That Samoan drop had to take Bailey out. Bailey's out cold. Nia Jax going for the cover. That would have been a count to 100. Now Tamina's going on top right. You know what Tamina's going for. Tamina hits this for the splash. Bayley able to get knees up. Bayley to belly. Bayley's able to hit Bayley to belly on Tamina. And Bayley's tied back in her partner Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks in the ring. Bayley had to hit that Bayley to belly on Tamina. Tamina kick to the back on Tamina. Tamina able to get a fireman's carry. Countering Sasha Banks. And Sasha Banks with a clothesline. Sasha Banks able to counter. Kick to the knee. Sasha double knees in the corner on Tamina. Sasha Banks has Tamina off the ropes. Sleeper slam. Sasha Banks able to send Nia Jax right off the ropes. Or off the apron. Sasha Banks to Nia Jax on the outside. What an enziguri on Nia Jax. Sasha Banks going for bankrupt shit and enziguri on Nia Jax. And Nia Jax and Sasha Banks outside the ring. But Nia Jax is not legal. Sasha Banks doesn't want to get her and Bayley counted out. Sasha Banks gets counted out, attacking Nia Jax. Tamina and Nia Jax win this match automatically. Shining Wizard on Tamina from Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks just knocks Nia Jax right back off the apron. Sasha Banks is going for it. Going for bankrupt. Then it's going to be enough to pull in Tamina. That's it. Sasha Banks and Bayley going to the next week. And Tamina's able to kick out count 2.5. Sasha Banks going for the bank statement. Sasha's bank statement. Tamina's leg is in the ropes. The referee can call it a rope break. Sasha Banks trying to take Nia Jax off the apron. Perhaps she thinks her and Bayley are one step closer to next week's semifinal match. Tamina's still trying to fight back. Sasha Banks, Tamina both going at it. Sasha Banks take out Tamina with a drop kick.
Elaborate on what Corey said about Sasha's admiration for Eddie Guerrero. Banks has pulled some of Eddie's old tricks to gain an advantage over her opponent. Yeah, she's usually able to pretend your opponent.
Sasha Banks is punching away at Tamina. Sasha Banks another drop kick on Tamina. And now just to a cheap shot at Sasha Banks. Tamina's trying to call her a corner, but she doesn't know where her corner's at. Another roundhouse kick from Sasha Banks on Tamina.
She wants to finish this.
There have been times in sports entertainment when unlikely duos
Sasha
have
Banks.
formed, and over time they develop
Calling for Nia
and
Jax.
become an outstanding tag team combination.
Springboard
The team that
move
immediately
calls from Sasha Banks.
duo of Cesaro and Sheamus.
Now just is tossing Sasha Banks outside the ring.
Developed into a top tag team.
Sasha Banks trying to get rid of Nia Jax. Sasha Banks gonna get counted out. Nia Jax is the legal woman. Sasha Banks with a punch to Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks ducks Nia Jax. Drop kick to the back of the head from Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks taking Tamina off the apron.
She can't take much more of this.
Oh man, what a hit.
Sasha Banks going for a breaker up on Tamina. Tamina is able to counter. Tamina just tosses Sasha Banks face first into the mat outside the ring. Now Jax with a big headbutt on Sasha Banks outside the ring. Nia Jax is in control of Sasha Banks. And Sasha Banks able to fight back. Sasha Banks sends Nia Jax back in the ring. Sasha Banks, another shining wizard, this time with Nia Jax. Sasha Banks trying to focus on Tamina. Sasha Banks sending Tamina to the floor.
This might be the one that ends it. Knee drop.
This time, Sasha Banks hits. Trying to get rid of Tamina. Tamina should go for the win on Nia Jax. Here comes Nia Jax. Sasha Banks needs to keep eyes on the back of her head. Sasha Banks getting double teamed by Tamina and Nia Jax.
I'm not used to seeing this.
Well, she's definitely not looking good right now, but the truth is, outside of the referee, nobody involved in this.
Sasha Banks able to fight back.
Oh, man, what a hit.
Sasha Banks trying to get rid of Tamina. Now Jackson only trying to get back up. Tamina's fighting out the order of Sasha Banks had in mind. Referee's at count of 6, and Tamina just had a backbreaker on Sasha Banks. I believe if Nia Jax stayed in the ring and Tamina didn't pick up Sasha Banks would have got counted out right there. Sasha Banks has both Tamina and Nia Jax in the ring. Sasha Banks is both Tamina and Nia Jax in the ring. Sasha Banks is sending Tamina off the apron with a slow tackle. Sasha Banks going for a bank rep again. Nia Jax. This time with Nia Jax.
One more shot and she's done.
Sasha Banks trying to go for a suicide dive on Tamina. Sasha Banks is suicide dive on Tamina on the outside. Takes out Tamina. Knocks down to Nia Jax and Sasha Banks in the ring. Bella's on the apron still.
Sasha Banks gets the reversal.
Sasha Banks, backstabber into the big statement. Big statement's locked in. Tamina's still on the floor. Tamina's still right there on the floor outside the ring. I think Tamina's trying to get up. Tamina's in front of the announce table trying to get up. And Nia Jax taps out, and Tamina gets on the apron right when Nia Jax taps out. So Bayley and Sasha Banks will be going to next week's Raw for the semifinals of this Women's Tag Team Tournament. What a match that was, back start to finish. Back and forth match, could have went either way. So the brackets, we got the Rack Squad, we got Bayley and Sasha Banks, and we got on SmackDown the Iconics. This SmackDown episode coming up, we'll know who the fourth team will be for the semifinals.
Well, that was indeed a great match, and I think it's worth emphasizing how huge his victory is.
Yeah, Drew McIntyre backstage with Mick Foley. Mick Foley says he's on a shot at the Intercontinental Championship here tonight. And Mick Foley says, actually up next, we'll have a number of contenders match between R-Truth and The Miz. Drew McIntyre also has the Money in the Bank contract, so if he wanted to tonight, he could cash in on Braun Strowman. But Mick Foley is going to punish Drew McIntyre for his comment he made. He's going to be defending the Money in the Bank contract against Chris Jericho here tonight. Chris Jericho is another man that was in the Intercontinental Championship Battle Royal last week. Keep things going with this Intercontinental Championship number one contenders match.
You can get with this, or you can get with that. You better get with this, cause this is where's that? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? See, I be skipping and jumping, leaving the competition. I make them disappear like your favorite magician. And I ride it till the wheel fall off. I bounce back to back till their necks get soft. Most of the time you see me, I'm being simple. Too many times I'll be busting them up like a pimple. Stating my claim to fame, to be one of the baddest young brothers step foot in this game. And I haven't even started yet. You can better believe I take it off the show shop bet. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
Miz coming down. The Miz is no stranger to the Intercontinental Championship. Actually, R-Truth and the Miz are no strangers to each other. Remember in 2011, the Miz and R-Truth had a little tag team on.
Residing in Hollywood, California, weighing in at
The Miz would be accompanied by his lovely wife, Maurice.
The Miz.
And will continue his action for the Intercontinental Championship. The Miz was also in the Battle Royal last week, crowned the inaugural Intercontinental Champion.
Here comes the A-lister, folks. I think you mean self-proclaimed A-lister.
Miz would love to win this match here tonight and go on the Backlash and face Kofi Kingston for the Intercontinental Championship. But to do that, the Miz has to go through R-Truth, and that's going to be no easy task. Referee is running the bell. This match is underway. We got the Miz R-Truth locking up center of the ring. The Miz backing R-Truth in the corner. The referee's going to try to break it up. The Miz with a cheap shot on R-Truth. The Miz going for a punch, blocked by R-Truth. R-Truth with some punches of his own on the Miz. R-Truth has the Miz in the corner. Punches of his own. R-Truth going to Irish whip the Miz in the corner. R-Truth with some chops. R-Truth in the middle row. R-Truth going for a sunset foot powerbomb into the pin. That'll be an uncle way to Miz. And Miz is able to kick out count two. Miz punches. R-Truth is punches, I should say. R-Truth will sit out hip toss. Elbow drop from R-Truth. R-Truth in control of the Miz. R-Truth going for inverted suplex. R-Truth is feeling it. Like R-Truth versus Kofi Kingston happening at Backlash. What a match that would be, R-Truth versus Kofi Kingston. R-Truth in control of the Miz. R-Truth is clotheslining the Miz right over the top rope. Sure, R-Truth is going for it. You don't really see R-Truth in the apron. R-Truth's trying to go for a running move off the apron. Miz just punches R-Truth off the apron. Not sure R-Truth's really a high flyer. Probably a cruiserweight.
He wants no part of the outside.
Perhaps R-Truth should have kept the fight to the ground on the Miz. Now the Miz is in control. Miz with a running knee lift right on R-Truth. Miz kicking R-Truth. Miz is in control. R-Truth punch the Miz. R-Truth going for a running boot. Miz able to counter. Shin breaker on R-Truth from the Miz. Miz with an elbow drop. Miz getting double elbow drops. And Miz shooting half. They're being up away R-Truth. R-Truth able to kick out count two.
He just powered out there, Cole.
Going for a Russian leg sweep.
Michael mentioned the Miz and Asuka's success on the mixed match challenge.
Miz is in control of this match. Miz with a running clothesline on R-Truth. Miz is in the corner. What a big boot from the Miz on R-Truth. Miz likes his work.
The first ever mixed match challenge winners. Bad spot for him to be in here, guys. He's got to do something to get back in this
clothesline. R-Truth sends Miz to outside. You see R-Truth outside the ring. You see Maurice picking up the Miz. Maurice can pick up the Miz. Not sure if she's involved or not. R-Truth. R-Truth is kind of distracted by Maurice, but Maurice is not trying to bother R-Truth. I think R-Truth just accidentally hit the referee.
He's not in a good spot here, guys. He simply needs to
Now we have
find
The
a
Miz
way to
draping
regroup.
R-Truth on the second rope. The Miz going for a flying hot shot. Flying hot shot over the top rope on R-Truth. The Miz is back in control of this match.
One way or another.
R-Truth got distracted by Maurice outside the ring. Her beauty, I guess. R-Truth punches The Miz. The Miz is stuck on the turnbuckle. Top rope. R-Truth is on the top rope. What's R-Truth going for here on The Miz? R-Truth hitting a superplex on The Miz. R-Truth going to go for the cover. R-Truth is going to backlash. Face goes to Kingston off the superplex. The Miz able to kick out of the count about a count of 2. Miz kick R-Truth. Miz going for a DDT.
This might be it, guys.
You can do it here.
Miz is going to go for the cover. Miz is going to backlash. No, not right there. R-Truth they kick out count 2. Miz has R-Truth in the corner. Miz is going for a clothesline in the corner. R-Truth able to evade the clothesline in the corner from The Miz. So R-Truth going for it. It's an inverted neck breaker from R-Truth.
Is it over? Oh
A
no.
little Jimmy. R-Truth calls that little Jimmy. Then R-Truth is going to backlash. R-Truth is going to defeat The Miz and go to backlash. Well, the referee's distracted by Maurice. This is his wife playing a distraction. Will that be enough to pull away The Miz? No, Miz able to kick out count 2. Miz able to kick out count 2 off R-Truth's finishing move. Now R-Truth's on top rope. R-Truth going for, I believe, a leg drop. Miz able to roll out of the way. And The Miz hits Skull Crusher finale. Maurice distracted the referee. And you see The Miz pick up one off Skull Crusher finale and the distraction from his wife Maurice. If it wasn't for Maurice being at ringside, The Miz would have lost to R-Truth. Saw Maurice slide a chair in the ring when the referee's hand came down for the 2 count. Perhaps Maurice saw R-Truth was going to kick out. He didn't kick out of the Skull Crusher finale. So tried to distract the referee again so The Miz could use the chair. Now Miz is the #1 contender for Kofi Kingston's Intercontinental Championship. I believe R-Truth had that match won. They used the replay and Maurice has the referee distracted. And the backlash will be The Miz versus Kofi Kingston for the Intercontinental Championship. I think when Maurice is ringside at Backlash with The Miz is going to leave Backlash as the new Intercontinental Champion. But we know in one of these next 2 weeks, Kofi Kingston will be going on one-on-one with the WWE Champion, Braun Strowman. Baltimore, Maryland crowd wanted The Miz to go with Backlash, and they want R-Truth to win. Keep things going with the #1 contenders match for the World Tag Team Championships, also held by New Day. Big E and Xavier Woods of the New Day. So last week on Raw, the Hardy Boys and the New Day were the last 2 teams in the tag team match. Fatal 4-way tag team match to crown the new World Tag Team Champions. What a dream match the Hardy Boys and the New Day would be. The Hardy Boys have to go through the Ascension here tonight. Connor and Victor.
Guys, we have 2 of WWE's most exciting teams ready to go here tonight in tag team action. I can tell you what the entire division has eyes on this match right now. That's how big this one is.
What a match that would be. The Hardy Boys versus Big E and Xavier Woods of the New Day. There's a team that says something about that. It's going to be the Ascension. Victor and Connor. They were a team that were not a part of the Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match last week. Perhaps they feel that the Hardys already had their shot.
487 pounds, Connor and Victor.
One of the most dominant forces ever in NXT. The longest reigning tag champions. Haven't had the best luck since arriving in WWE, but that could all change tonight.
They were drafted to be on the Raw brand. See the colors of their gear kind of match the colors of the Monday Night Raw roster. The Raw Arena.
I have been in the ring with these two individuals numerous times, and few people I've ever met hit harder.
It's going to be a number one contenders match for the World Tag Team Championships held by the New Day. Matt Hardy and Connor starting this match. Baltimore, Maryland crowd here at the Royal Farms Arena. Big Matt Hardy fans. Matt Hardy and Connor locking up in the center of the ring. Matt Hardy in control. Matt Hardy taking Connor down to one knee. Matt Hardy in control of Connor, center of the ring. Matt Hardy punching away at Connor.
Beautiful technique.
Hardy elbow drop on Connor. See Matt Hardy running across the ropes. Leg drop. No, he's gonna go. He's gonna cross the ropes again. Another leg drop. Double leg drops from Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy going for the cover early. Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy don't get killed knowing Connor's able to kick out count too. Hardy's on the ice with Connor in the corner. Hardy tagging in Jeff Hardy. And this is classic Hardy Boys. Poetry in motion on Connor. Connor doesn't know where he's at off the poetry in motion from Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy.
And the impact it causes to the human body is devastating. Harsh impact.
Jeff Hardy's still in control of Connor. Jeff Hardy going for, he calls that tidal wave. Doesn't go for the cover off of it. Jeff Hardy with the spinning leg drop on Connor. Going for the cover. I think the Hardys and the Victors, they're to try to break it up. And Connor kicks out, count of 1.5. Jeff Hardy going for a drop kick blocked by Connor. Connor with a nice belly-to-belly suplex on Jeff Hardy. Coming up with a body blow to Jeff Hardy. Connor's going to Irish whip Jeff Hardy in his corner. Tagging in Victor. Ascension, double gut punch, and X combo. Victor, a running single leg high knee. Jeff Hardy able to kick out at about 1.5. See Victor face plants Jeff Hardy right in the middle of the mat. With a body blowing Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy with a chop to the throat of Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy's in the corner with the Ascension. That's not a good corner for Jeff Hardy to be in. Jeff Hardy, I say Victor's taking him back in his part of Connor. Connor clotheslines Jeff Hardy like the side of the head.
It was a magical moment at the 30th
Kick to the midsection.
in the ladder match of the
Hit to the
Raw
back.
Tag Team titles
Jeff Hardy trying to crawl to his corner if Connor doesn't pay attention. Connor just kicks Jeff Hardy in the back. Connor sends Matt Hardy to the outside. The cheap shot. Connor's going to Irish whip Jeff Hardy in the corner. Connor's in control of Jeff Hardy. Connor taking up Jeff Hardy. Snake Eyes. Snake Eyes. Followed by Sidewalk Slam. Connor and Jeff Hardy. Shades of the Undertaker Kane off the Snake Eyes Sidewalk Slam combination. A little bit of Undertaker, a little bit of Kane there.
Even after an 8-year hiatus from WWE, the Hardys have it.
Victor has Jeff Hardy in the corner with a European uppercut. Victor and Connor have been in control of the majority of this match. Hardy started this match off strong, but the Ascension just took him over. So I thought it was going to be the Hardy Boys versus the New Day, but it might be the Ascension winning this match here tonight to become the number one contenders. Spinning heel kick from Victor on Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy and Victor's going to drag Jeff Hardy away from his partner Matt Hardy. Victor's on the middle rope. Victor's calling for Jeff Hardy to get up. And for a diving X handle. Jeff Hardy's able to get a punch off. A tidal wave on Victor. Jeff Hardy got plans. He's in tagging his partner, his brother Matt. He's going to the crowd. And Jeff Hardy with a hit to the back of the head from Victor. Matt Hardy is going to punch away at Victor. Matt Hardy going to invert a backbreaker.
Victor on the defensive here.
Matt Hardy, it's classic Matt Hardy, leg drop from the middle rope. Hardy not wasting any time with the cover. Victor kick out 1.5.
No chance. Michael mentioned Matt Hardy's transformation at the end of 2017.
Matt Hardy kicking Victor in the back. Victor able to absorb it. And Victor trying to go after Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy's able to escape. Reverse DDT. Jeff Hardy's going to tag back. Matt Hardy's going to tag back in Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy on top of the rope. Victor's trying to crawl. I think Victor doesn't know where he's at. I think he's playing possum with Jeff Hardy. Now Victor's going to Irish whip Jeff Hardy in his corner. It's not good for Jeff Hardy. Not good for Jeff Hardy. Kick to the midsection from the Ascension. Jeff Hardy able to fight back.
Jeff Hardy heads up the turnbuckle.
Jeff Hardy's going on the top rope. And now Victor getting a legal punch on the apron on Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy's trying to crawl to Matt Hardy. And Connor's there to keep Jeff Hardy and keep him from tagging his brother Matt. Jeff Hardy has took most of the damage for most of this match. Connor's in the corner. Jeff Hardy will kick to the midsection with Connor. Little Jeff Hardy, this is classic Jeff Hardy, the whisper in the wind. Connor. Jeff Hardy's going to go for the cover here. That'd be enough pull with Connor. Connor's able to kick out about 1.5 to 2 count.
Jeff Hardy embodies the spirit of
Connor at the flapjack on Jeff Hardy. I think Jeff Hardy is out of it. Jeff Hardy has to be out of it. Going in the corner. They're going for Fallen Man. They're going for Fallen Man here. The Ascension are going to be the number one contenders for the World Tag Team Championships. It's going to do it. No, Jeff Hardy's able to kick out count 2. And Victor going for a cheap shot on Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy blocks with a punch of his own. Victor's going to pay attention to Jeff Hardy. If Jeff Hardy punches back on Victor, Jeff Hardy will run across body on Victor. And Hardy's still trying to think about what he wants to do with Victor. I think Matt Hardy believes that him and Jeff Hardy had this match in the bag. Now Matt Hardy going for a side effect. It's classic Matt Hardy. But his arm is going to be under the rope, so it's going to be an automatic rope break. We have Connor try to go for Matt Hardy, and Matt Hardy try to go for Connor. And Hardy with the running shoulder tackle, knocking Connor off the apron. This is going to be classic Matt Hardy, twist of fate.
Great move by him right there. Yeah, let's see that one again.
With a twist of fate from Matt Hardy. This is academic from here. Matt Hardy's not going for the cover. No, he's on tagging his brother Jeff. Jeff Hardy going to go on the top rope. Jeff Hardy's going to try to finish Connor off with a swanton bomb. Matt Hardy wants to play defense on Connor. The Hardy Boys have it. No, Connor's there to break it up in the last second. And Matt Hardy's going to roll outside the ring. I thought the Hardy Boys had the win off the twist of fate swanton combination. And now Jeff Hardy takes out Connor. So now it's essentially a singles match between Victor and Jeff Hardy. Time being, both their partners are on the outside of the ring. Now, Victor going for another European uppercut block or countered by Jeff Hardy. Hardy has that's an inside cradle. Be a rope break. Now you got Connor on the outside crawling. Hardy trying to get out. Did Jeff Hardy have Connor or Victor off the inside cradle? And Jeff Hardy gets the 3 count off the inside cradle. The Hardy Boys are going to be the number contenders for the World Tag Team Championships at a later date.
Here's the proof. I remember this part very well.
The Hardy Boys are now the number 1 contenders for the World Tag Team Championships. What a match this was. Back and forth action. Could have went either way.
Here are your winners, Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy, the Hardy Boys.
They're going to touch the victory. That's a big win any day of the week, on any show, in any arena, Michael. Oh, you said we DVRs, folks, because that match is worth going back and watching again.
Now we're going to keep things going. And Ramon, the new women's champion, she won the Fatal 4-Way women's match last week to become the inaugural women's champion for the Red Brand. The inaugural women's champion. And the Moon, the inaugural women's champion for Kyo's Universe.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making her way to the ring from Dallas, Texas. The WWE Women's Champion, Ember
Boy, is Ember Moon look good with that women's championship around her waist. Baltimore, Maryland crowd loves Ember Moon. Good to hear what Ember Moon has to say. Ember Moon grabbing the microphone. She defeated Alexa Bliss, Paige, and Ronda Rousey. She pinned Ronda Rousey to do it. Ember Moon could one day be another great women's champion. Ember Moon is going to lay down an open challenge to any woman in the back right now. So Ember Moon is going to waste little time to have a match here on Raw. And Maria is going to take up the challenge of Maria Kanellis. Ember Moon versus Maria Kanellis. Husband Mike Kanellis accompanying her ringside. Ember Moon going one-on-one with Maria Kanellis. Maria Kanellis can defeat Ember Moon here tonight. Perhaps Maria Kanellis will be the number one contender for the Women's Championship. Ember Moon is in control of this match. Start out.
And it looks to me like this entire arena is on its feet, and understandably so.
Ember Moon going to light Maria with some chops and a super kick. And I'm going for a springboard to DDT, missing. I believe Maria was able to sidestep there. And the move with the inverted backbreaker on Maria. For a schoolgirl, and Maria would have been up with Maria here early. And Maria able to kick out count two. I'm going to try and punch Maria. Maria try to punch Ember. Ember will kick to the midsection on Maria. Ember has Maria in the corner.
She's taking out some heat, but she knew this match
Ember some chops. Shades of Ric Flair in the corner.
It motivates her. And this might just be what she needs to put her over the top.
This slap takedown from the corner. You got Mike Kanellis on the apron trying to distract Ember Moon. Ember Moon's distracted by Mike Kanellis. Ember Moon's distracted by Mike Kanellis. And you got Maria going for a backslide pin. And Maria's going to steal this match here. Maria's going to steal this match. And Ember's able to kick out 1.5. Thought Maria's going to steal the match there off the distraction. Similar to the Miz earlier with Maurice. Maria and choke Ember Moon. But Maria is in control of Ember Moon nonetheless. Maria with a leg lariat on Ember Moon. Count of two. I thought Maria was going to steal the match right there. Maria won the match. Should be number one contender for the Women's Championship potentially. Clothesline taking out Ember. Maria just kicking Ember Moon. And Mike Kanellis just slid a chair in the ring. Maria just knocked down the referee. Maria's knocked down the referee, and Maria sees the chair. Mike Kanellis giving directions. Maria with a chair shot to the midsection of Ember Moon. DT to the chair from Maria and Ember Moon. The referee didn't see it. Maria disposed of the evidence. Maria's gonna steal this match. Maria's gonna steal this match, but no, Ember Moon's able to kick out at 1.5. Maria's angry that she couldn't put the match away right there after cheating. A drop kick from Maria. The DDT on the steel chair undetected by the referee. Maria has Ember in control. Not sure how Ember's gonna come back in this match. With that DDT on the chair. For a bulldog on Ember Moon. Shouldn't put away Ember Moon for the bulldog. And Ember Moon able to kick out count two. Maria's not happy about that. Ember Moon is a fighting champion though. Maria's calling for her finisher. Maria's going for a sit-out face buster. I think Maria's going to win this match. No, not this way. No, Ember Moon's able to kick out at 2.5. Maria could not put Ember Moon away. DDT to the steel chair, a bulldog, and a sit-out face buster. Could not put Ember Moon away. Ember Moon starting to come back with a drop kick on Maria.
The husband and a child to protect. This is a
Ember Moon calls that a lunar combo. Moon's in control of this match. Moon calling Maria to her feet. Moon is in control, back in control of this match. Get to this section. Next up is Gary from Ember Moon and Maria. Ember Moon off the springboard. Ember Moon mismeasured it. Going for a belly-to-belly suplex, belly-to-back suplex.
She should stay where she is.
With the kick to the midsection on Maria.
You can see the confidence just
Maria trying to punch him and blocks. Butterfly suplex into the cover. Maria able to kick out about counting 1.5. Two.
She can't take any more of this.
Looking for another springboard cross body. And the Moon is mismeasuring where Maria is in the ring. Still mismeasuring where Maria is in the ring.
This is not at all how she threw this thing up, guys.
And the Moon still able to retain control of Maria. Maria's gonna roll outside of the ring. That's smart. Maria's gonna roll outside of the ring. So the Moon was suicide dive on Maria outside the ring. Like Canellas, hopefully they tried to strike Ember Moon. Ember Moon's picking up Maria. Nice roundhouse kick for Ember Moon and Maria. And see Ember Moon. Moon's going for a springboard cross body. This time it connects.
Going to the top, high risk.
Ember Moon for top rope. I think you know what Ember Moon's going for. Ember Moon's going for the Eclipse. Ember Moon hits Eclipse on Maria. Count to 100.
Look at this.
No. Mike Canellas is on the apron distracting the referee. The Ember Moon had that match won. And Ember Moon's going to try to go after Mike Canellas with a kick. And Ember Moon has a suicide dive on Mike Canellas. Ember Moon now has a suicide dive on Mike Canellas. And Moon's going to go back in the ring. Kicking Maria in the head. See Mike Canellas from ringside. Can't really get involved too much with the referee. Disqualify Maria. Another Eclipse from Maria. All Mike Canellas did was get his wife 2 Eclipses instead of 1. And Moon's gonna pick up the win of 2 Eclipses. Mike Canellas didn't strike the referee the first time, and Maria would have just took the 1 Eclipse. Mike Canellas' distraction just gave his wife 2 Eclipses. I believe Ember would have needed the second Eclipse. She was hitting the second Eclipse to showcase her moves. Thought Maria was going to steal a win here tonight. Ember Moon able to fight through the pain.
And here's how she finished this thing.
Inaugural women's champion. If they hit her like that, I don't know who's going to be able to dethrone Ember Moon as the women's champion. The Baltimore crowd is behind the women's champion Ember Moon. We'll keep things going. Drew McIntyre has to defend that Money in the Bank contract against another man that was in a battle royal with him last week, Chris Jericho. He called McFoley an imbecile backstage in his office.
He is Mr. Money in the Bank, Drew
heard that right. He is Mr. Money in the Bank, but he has to defend that against Chris Jericho right here up next. Because he called Mick Foley an imbecile backstage. It's the man that invented the Money in the Bank, Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho came up with a concept for Money in the Bank in 2005.
And his opponent, from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, weighing in at 227 pounds, Chris Jericho!
Chris Jericho would love to defeat Drew McIntyre here tonight and become the new Mr. Money in the Bank. It guarantees one of these two men a future shot at the WWE Championship held by Braun Strowman, who will be in action up next after this match. This Baltimore, Maryland crowd are definitely Jericho-holics. Referee ring the bell. This match is underway. This is for Drew McIntyre's Money in the Bank contract. We have Chris Jericho in control. Lock up center of the ring, arm wrench. Chris Jericho freeing Drew McIntyre from the arm wrench. Chris Jericho gonna start this match off early with a DDT. DDT connects on Drew McIntyre early in the match. Chris Jericho gonna light up the chest of Drew McIntyre with those chops. Chris Jericho has Drew McIntyre in the corner. Jericho will go for it. Now Drew McIntyre throws Chris Jericho back in the corner. Punches of his own. Now Jericho counters Drew McIntyre. Chris Jericho kicking Drew McIntyre in the midsection. Chest Drew McIntyre with those chops. Drew McIntyre in the middle row. Amount of punches. He get all of them. Chris Jericho gets all 10 punches. Raw is Jericho here tonight in Baltimore, Maryland. Perhaps the Money in the Bank briefcase is going to be Jericho's too if he can defeat Drew McIntyre. Jericho's been in control of this match, I believe, since the opening bell. Drew McIntyre tried to counter a move or two at the most. Drew McIntyre's really been in control of this match. He's going to go for a back elbow. Blocked by Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre's on the outside apron. Chris Jericho trying to do something on Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre fighters go back in. Drew McIntyre going for a clothesline. Ducked by Chris Jericho with the enziguri. Chris Jericho had an enziguri on Drew McIntyre. I think Drew McIntyre is going to be able to retain his Money in the Bank briefcase. Chris Jericho with a DDT from the middle rope, from the apron. Chris Jericho's on top rope here. Chris Jericho's going to go for a moonsault, diving moonsault from the top rope. And Drew McIntyre able to get the knees up. Drew McIntyre taking out Chris Jericho with a clothesline. Drew McIntyre going to stop on Chris Jericho. Some punches of his own. Drew McIntyre can go for some more punches on Chris Jericho. Drew McIntyre's not going to waste a little time to get in control and stay in control on Chris Jericho. McIntyre some punches of his own. Drew McIntyre is on suplex. I think he's gonna go for a suplex from the inside the ring to outside the ring on Chris Jericho. It has to be about a 10-foot, 12-foot drop from the inside to the outside of the ring off a suplex from the apron. Now Drew McIntyre's on Irish Chris Jericho right into the steel steps. Drew McIntyre is in control of Chris Jericho outside the ring. Just academic from here. Drew McIntyre wants to get Chris Jericho counted out. He would retain his briefcase. We're going to send Chris Jericho face first to the barricade outside the ring. Drew McIntyre just go back in the ring and get Jericho counted out. Oh, Drew McIntyre is going to send Chris Jericho back in the ring. Perhaps Drew McIntyre would like to pin Chris Jericho. Perhaps on his way to becoming the new WWE champion. Drew McIntyre is going to send Chris Jericho to the other side of the ring. Drew McIntyre playing for Chris Jericho. Drew McIntyre. Overhead bell-to-bell suplex from Chris Jericho. Drew McIntyre just looking to make Chris Jericho his personal ragdoll. Drew McIntyre's in the corner. Look at an inverted Alabama slam on Chris Jericho. Drew McIntyre shooting a half. He's gonna be able to put Chris Jericho away off the inverted Alabama slam. No, Chris Jericho kick out count too. Drew McIntyre with a punch blocked by Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho has punches of his own. And Drew McIntyre able to get out of the way. A headbutt from Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre uses his own head as a weapon there. Drew McIntyre's gonna go for the cover. Perhaps he thinks Chris Jericho is not unconscious off the headbutt. Chris Jericho will kick out about 1 3/4. Drew McIntyre just gonna stomp on Chris Jericho. Drew McIntyre waits for Chris Jericho to get up. Drew McIntyre's gonna go for it. He's gonna go for the feature shot DDT. Lights off for Chris Jericho. Drew McIntyre's gonna keep his briefcase there tonight. No, Chris Jericho will kick out count 2 3/4 off the feature shot DDT. Drew McIntyre gonna Irish up Chris Jericho in the corner. Now Chris Jericho able to send Drew McIntyre back in the corner. Drew McIntyre, Chris Jericho on the second rope. Sunset flip powerbomb. Chris Jericho going for the lion salt. It's classic Chris Jericho off the lion salt. That'll be enough to put Drew McIntyre away. Chris Jericho Money in the Bank. No, it will not. Chris Jericho in control of this match. He has his Baltimore, Maryland crowd on his side. Chris Jericho is in control of this match. Chris Jericho having minds pulling another lion salt perhaps? I think Drew McIntyre's playing possum for a lion salt maybe. He hit one lion salt, but the second lion salt might put. No, he's gonna go for the walls of Jericho. Is he gonna make Drew McIntyre tap out? Look how long, how tall Drew McIntyre is. I believe the size of Drew McIntyre, the height of Drew McIntyre is able to free Drew McIntyre out of the walls of Jericho. No, Drew McIntyre takes the code breaker from Chris Jericho. Would that be enough to hurt away Drew McIntyre? Drew McIntyre rolled on the outside of the ring off the code breaker. Smart Chris Jericho can go for the cover. Now Chris Jericho is not going to waste any time and go outside the ring. And send Drew McIntyre back into the ring. Drew McIntyre is back inside the ring. And you see Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose is in the audience. And last week, Chris Jericho and Dean Ambrose had some words backstage last week. I think Chris Jericho knows Dean Ambrose is behind him. Chris Jericho playing to the crowd. Now Dean Ambrose with dirty deeds on Chris Jericho. Drew McIntyre's coming too in the ring. The referee was checking on Drew McIntyre in the ring. Didn't see Dean Ambrose interfere. The dirty deeds on Jericho. I don't think the referee saw any of it. I don't think Drew McIntyre saw any of it neither. Nonetheless, Drew McIntyre is setting up for the Claymore kick. The referee was checking on Drew McIntyre off the code breaker in the ring. He did not see that Dean Ambrose hit Dirty D's on Jericho. I don't think Drew McIntyre saw it neither. I don't think Drew McIntyre cares. Drew McIntyre is able to defeat Chris Jericho off the Claymore kick. But the story here is that Dean Ambrose cost Chris Jericho the Money in the Bank briefcase. The referee was checking on Drew McIntyre. Chris Jericho rolled him back into the ring. Chris Jericho was outside the ring taunting to the crowd. I don't believe that the referee saw Dean Ambrose outside the ring at all. And Dirty D's on Chris Jericho. And Drew McIntyre didn't see it, nor did he care how Chris Jericho got knocked out in the ring. Drew McIntyre just had to pick the scrap. So Drew McIntyre retained his Money in the Bank briefcase here tonight in Baltimore, Maryland. We're backstage. Mick Foley's found Dean Ambrose backstage. And he cost, I think Chris Jericho had that match won. Dean Ambrose thinks Chris Jericho kept him from becoming the Intercontinental Champion last week. Next week on Raw, Dean Ambrose will go one-on-one with Bobby Lashley, the Destroyer. What a match that's going to be next week.
All WWE Universe.
Unless we're going to get things underway for our main event.
For your tag champs and feel the power.
Xavier Woods will be going one-on-one with the WWE Champion, Braun Strowman. You have the New Day coming out here as a whole. You see Big E, Xavier are the World Tag Team Champions, and Kofi Kingston is the Intercontinental Champion. And we do know that at Backlash, Kofi Kingston will be defending the Intercontinental Championship against The Miz. Big E and Xavier will be in the future defending the World Tag Team titles against the Hardy Boys.
One half of the World Tag Team Champions, Xavier Woods.
The crowd is in full support of the New Day. Perhaps you got wonder if one of these New Day members over the next 3 weeks beats Braun Strowman, will they become the number contender to the WWE Championship? So if Xavier Woods could defeat Braun Strowman here tonight, this is not a title match. Would Xavier Woods get a WWE Championship match possibly at Backlash? Strowman did say he'll face all 3 members of the New Day each week for 3 weeks, but he did not say this would be a title match. How hard is it going to be for somebody to get that WWE Championship off the waist of Braun Strowman? Drew McIntyre does have that Money in the Bank, so you gotta imagine that Drew McIntyre stood backstage watching this match to see if anything happens to Braun Strowman for him to cash in possibly here tonight in Baltimore, Maryland. But the referee's gonna ring the bell and get this match underway. Braun Strowman with a lockup on Xavier Woods. Xavier Woods with a jawbreaker on Braun Strowman, punching away at Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman trying to clothesline Xavier Woods here. Xavier Woods is going back up in the corner. Xavier Woods has used his quickness against Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman trying to go for a clothesline. Xavier Woods ducks a clothesline. Xavier Woods trying to go for a punch on Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman go for another clothesline, ducked by Xavier Woods. Xavier Woods has used his quickness here tonight against Braun Strowman. Xavier Woods going low and kicks, punches from Xavier Woods and Braun Strowman. Punches doing little to nothing on Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman getting tired of getting punched by Xavier Woods. He's a choke Xavier Woods on the middle rope with his knee. Braun Strowman sends Xavier Woods on the apron. And Xavier Woods going for a springboard drop kick from the apron to the inside of the ring when Braun Strowman connects. Xavier Woods going to go for the cover. Xavier Woods beats Braun Strowman off the springboard drop kick. Braun Strowman's able to kick out count 2. That's not going to be the case right here. Braun Strowman's back up. Braun Strowman with a clothesline, taking out Xavier Woods. Braun Strowman is going to walk right over Xavier Woods. Braun Strowman on top of the middle rope with a body splash from the middle rope. Braun Strowman looking for the cover off the body splash. He's going to put away Xavier Woods. And Xavier Woods able to kick out count 2. Braun Strowman sends Xavier Woods halfway across the ring there. And Braun Strowman had Xavier Woods will pull back with a headbutt. Braun Strowman kick to the midsection of Xavier Woods. Braun Strowman has Xavier Woods in the corner. He's running a body splash in the corner. Braun Strowman is in control of this match. Braun Strowman's going to punch away at Xavier Woods. So punch away. So somebody's going to get these hands now. I think Xavier Woods is going to get these hands. Strowman is going to send Xavier Woods chest first into the rope. That rope has no give to it. Strowman go for the cover. Xavier Woods able to kick out 1.5. Braun Strowman have in mind for Xavier Woods. Braun Strowman has Xavier Woods on the rope. He's going for a clothesline. Xavier Woods going to send Braun Strowman right over the top rope. Launching Braun Strowman over the top rope using his own momentum against him. Xavier Woods has a suicide dive on the outside on Braun Strowman. Xavier Woods picking up Braun Strowman back in the ring. Xavier Woods, it's a slingshot cross body from the inside of the ring on Braun Strowman. Xavier Woods is in control of this match. Xavier Woods going to send Braun Strowman back in the ring. Sure why he didn't go for the cover there. Xavier Woods has Braun Strowman in the corner. Braun Strowman's down in the corner. Sure what Xavier Woods has in mind. Sure what Xavier Woods really has in mind right here. Xavier Woods trying to figure what he has in mind. Running in the corner. Xavier Woods is on the top rope. Xavier Woods going to go for it. He goes for a diving leg drop. Braun Strowman will kick out count 2 off the diving leg drop. Let's see, Xavier Woods trying to go back to the top rope. Are we going to see it? Heat-seeking elbow from the top rope from Braun Strowman. Xavier Woods going to beat the WWE champion right here tonight. And Braun Strowman's able to kick out 2.5, 2 3/4. Xavier Woods heat-seeking elbow drop. Braun Strowman's going to punch away. I think Braun Strowman's getting angry. Braun Strowman going for a suplex slam. Braun Strowman for a knee smash on Xavier Woods. See Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman going for a gorilla press slam on Xavier Woods. Xavier Woods has to weigh about 200 pounds at the most. Braun Strowman is a near 400-pound man, just lifted Xavier Woods like he was a sack of potatoes. I don't know if Braun Strowman was going to look to put away Xavier Woods off the running power slam. But Xavier Woods, referee says Xavier Woods is in the ropes. I believe his left foot was in the ropes. His right foot was in the ropes. Braun Strowman's going to drop Xavier Woods with a sidewalk slam. Xavier Woods dumping Braun Strowman right over the top rope. And Xavier Woods tried to go on the top rope himself, and Braun Strowman just launched Xavier Woods from the top rope back to the mat. Braun Strowman thinks he has this match put away here. You see Big E and Xavier Woods on the outside. Xavier Woods trying to put up a fight. But Braun Strowman is back in control of this match. What a spine buster from Braun Strowman and Xavier Woods. Now Braun Strowman has an elevated triangle choke locked in on Xavier Woods. Braun Strowman's going to make Xavier Woods pass out to the elevated triangle choke. Xavier Woods is going to have to tap out to the elevated triangle choke from Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman's going to choke the life right out of Xavier Woods. Xavier Woods is going to roll outside of the ring. And Big E is on the apron. Xavier Woods tried to put up a fight. But in the end, the power of Braun Strowman was too much to match. Too much for Xavier Woods to match. I don't think power is the game of Xavier Woods. Xavier Woods did not go out without a fight, though. I think when Braun Strowman launched Xavier Woods from the top rope to the mat, that was when what really took out Xavier Woods. So I thought Xavier Woods had the match right there off the elbow drop shades of Randy Savage. Macho Man Randy Savage. I thought Braun Strowman was going to put away off the running power slam, but Xavier Woods had his foot was just under the rope after taking it. Got Big E and Kofi Kingston in the ring. Braun Strowman is looking at Big E and Kofi Kingston. He doesn't know which one of these two men he'll be going one-on-one with next week. And Braun Strowman just going to leave the ring. I don't think Braun Strowman wants to go at it against either one of these two men here tonight. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Raw, everybody.